Welcome to another Online Personals Watch CEO interview. I'm joined today by Seda Berber, who is the CEO of PembePanjur, which is a Turkish internet dating site. It's similar to eHarmony, if you like, and we'll get into that right now. So welcome to the interview, Seda.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, Google Chrome is very kind to us. We're actually able to look over PembePanjur and actually see what the text is in English, and that helped me along quite nicely with coming up with a few questions for you. It's, I think, not 100% correct. It said on the translation what kind of service PembePanjur is. It said a classic pink shutter marriage site. This is not. So what is a classic pink shutter marriage, and why are you not that?
Okay, so here's the little problem with Google Translations. As you and all of us know, it doesn't really translate 100% all the time. So that sentence that got translated into as a classic pink shutter marriage site is not actually means that Pink Shutters, which is the English name of our site, is not a classic dating, a classic marriage site. It differentiates from all of the other services that are around. So that basically means that.
So PembePanjur means pink shutters?
Yes, it's actually a cultural and traditional terminology. Like all of us in Turkey growing up, when everyone said it's in the movies, it's in, a lot of poems, people say, when I grow up, I want to get married and have a house with pink shutters. So we actually grabbed that cultural term and then used it as the name of our, company, which is based on serious relationships and marriages. So we wanted to have a good reflection of what we are trying to do. So that name, that cultural term, was a perfect match.
Now, you're based in Los Angeles, you're UCLA educated, and you're an interactive marketer and designer.
Yes.
Why internet matchmaking?
Well, actually, my background is not only design and interactive marketing. I have a degree in sociology. My bachelor's degree back in Turkey was in sociology, and me getting into interactive design and marketing was probably towards the end of my bachelor's degree education. And then I came to the United States and got more education in advertising and marketing. And me and my partner, who is a developer, we were working on a bunch of projects. And then we started talking about having this online dating site because I had solid backgrounds in certain things that would be helpful to start this kind of a service. And then my partner was, he had experience and knowledge about the internet industry. So we kind of tried to combine all of our knowledge and experience and try to come up with a service that's going to be quite useful for the young population, for the target demographics that we were planning on aiming to. So
and what is the target? You say younger market?
Yes, our target demographics are 30 to 40-year-old young professionals.
Gotcha.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you like eHarmony? Are you a fan of eHarmony?
I do, actually, because starting this service, we did a lot of research and we looked up every single dating site all over the world. We tried to kind of see their pros and cons, and then we actually, me and my partner, kind of divide this online internet dating industry into three segments. It's we call them the casual dating, the serious dating, and then the freemium dating sites. So we try to look into probably the serious dating segment in more depth, and then try to kind of adopt that kind of a model into the Turkish culture and then the traditions, and then that's why we came up with the whole service that we put together 2 years ago. So I can say is eHarmony was kind of one of the major sites that we looked into and tried to kind of get a lot of points from. So.
And do you have what's your line of questioning? How many questions do you have, and what line of questioning do you use on the site?
We have a combination of about 130 questions. 64 of them are social and economic background questions, and then 64 of them are personality analysis questions. And again, our service is based upon compatibility, and that's basically based upon character analysis. So all of those questions are, are giving you the compatible matches and, who can probably like relate to. It's not only like basing the matching algorithm only to like people with like the similar hobbies or things like that, but it's a deep questionnaire where you can get like analyzed in many aspects.
Gotcha. And did you pull on your background from sociology, or was it more a psychological profile?
It's sociology.
Right.
It's I mean, the questions and all of those tests that are on our site are not done by us. I mean, we hired a psychologist, and then she prepared this questionnaire based upon many other worldwide known questionnaires, and then kind of adapted it into the culture and the Turkish society as well. So it's kind of like based on scientific research. It's not something that, even though I have a sociology degree, or other people that we work with have other, degrees or knowledges in psychology, we just like figured that it would be a good thing to hire a professional in the industry and then have her or him come up with a perfect solution for our members. So.
And how would you describe the site as being distinct from eHarmony? How did you decide to diverge from what eHarmony has done?
Well, I mean, you can't just directly copy and, use somebody else's service. It's not a right thing to do. And plus, we are kind of like trying to serve to different societies. I mean, all our main point was like trying to build something that's useful and suitable for the Turkish society. It's like when you're in Europe or in the United States or in Middle East, the cultures are different, the traditions are different. So it's kind of like you have to adjust it towards the social background and then the entire population that you're going to serve for. So
Gotcha.
in that sense, we can't, like, even if we want to copy eHarmony 100%, which is not the right thing to do, we can't. So
Now, I understand there are some challenges with working with the Turkish market in terms of billing and regulatory challenges. Can you tell us more about some of those challenges that you had to overcome?
well, we didn't much have any regulatory problems, but like the biggest problems that we had were the merchant accounts with the banks.
Yeah.
We still have a pretty conservative society, and that reflects onto the banking systems as well. And when we wanted to have a merchant account, it kind of like took quite a while to have that account, because trusting a dating site, a dating service, was not on top of their list.
And you're 2 years in. How many members do you have at this stage?
It has been a year and 9 months so far, and we have over 350,000 people, excluding the deleted profiles, of course. With the deleted profiles, it's about 400,000 people.
And how do you market the service? How do you get the word out?
How do we market? Well, we've been on service for about 2 years, 1 year and 9 months, and we have been, doing online marketing solely. So far, it's, just, I don't know if I should be giving the names, but Facebook and AdSense marketing nonstop. We're pretty much using all of our budget on that. But recently, like 2 months ago, we did our first public relations campaign, and that went very well. I mean, we did TV, a lot of radio shows, and then we were published on one of the major Sunday papers, actually the most circulated Sunday paper, and that had a great impact on our service. I mean, our revenues went up quite a bit right after all of these PR campaigns, and so, this is just the beginning for us, and then we believe that doing PR is like the best way to market and, advertise your business, whatever it is.
Did you see an immediate jump, or was it more kind of over a period of time?
It was an immediate jump.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
this was like this whole like PR campaign. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how we were like, we've been doing the online advertising for months right now, for about 2 years, but like a month of public relations campaigning gave us like a huge jump, like at the end of it. I mean, the day after the article was published on the Sunday paper, our revenues went up like quite a bit. So
what did you do to get the attention? How did you generate it? I mean, I think most of our audience understand Facebook and PPC, but the more elusive results come from PR. So it's tough to really connect with PR for a lot of our audience. So tell us more. What did you do to get the PR?
Well, what did we do to get the PR? Well, we've been kind of like getting into this relationship with a big funding in Turkey, which is kind of like created by 18 top online giants in Turkey. So we were selected as like one of the top three internet projects of 2011.
Yeah.
So we started getting some attention through that, and then we had, some people that we knew in the media business that we started talking to, and then they started inviting us to certain things, like they wanted to interview us. It was just like it was socializing with people and getting the word out there by being successful in the online industry. Thank
Seda
you.
Berber, you're the CEO of PembePanjur. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.